everyone. Welcome to today's episode. Today, I've got an amazing woman who's going to discuss with us some really amazing things that she's done through her hero's journey. So, I'm going to be speaking to Loi Nguyen. Now, she's a 46-year-old who lives in California in the US. She's a single mom. She's got an amazing job as an accounting manager, and she's got such an amazing story that I really wanted to have everyone listen in on it, because just listen to what she has to say, and just know that everyone's journey is different. But please, take out what you need from this, because it's so profound. When I heard her story a couple of weeks ago, I myself was just amazed with what she's been doing. So having said all of that, welcome, Loi. Welcome.
Hi, thank you, Grace. Thank you for a wonderful introduction.
That's okay. So, Loi, why don't you get started? Well, obviously, we're here to discuss about journeys that people have gone through, their hero's journey. You yourself has been diagnosed, but let people know exactly what you were diagnosed with and sort of how you came about it and what you did going forward.
So I was diagnosed of breast cancer. Um, it's ER and PR positive. It's estrogen positive, and it's called lobular carcinoma. It's invasive, and at the time when I found out, it was in March 2019, about 2 years ago, and it's about 1 centimeter. So it's not that big yet. And so when I was waiting for my health insurance to approve to see the oncologist and all that, I went on and did more research on the internet. And so I came across healing cancer naturally. So then I just kind of want to take it upon myself as a challenge. And I want to use myself as an experiment to see if it actually works and it really happened. It's not that I don't believe in the chemo and all that. I do. And it's not that I'm against it, but I just want to see there are other options. I want to prove that there are other options rather than just listen to the doctor, chemo, radiation, surgery and all that. So immediately when I was waiting, I went on, I found out like 3 days later, then I started to cut off my meat out. I found out about greens, raw vegetables, detox my body and all that. So I went on greens juice only. So kale, collard green, broccoli, and all that. I juiced it and I drank it. And then later on, I smoothie it because I don't have enough veggies, so I eat all the pulp. And so it's been about 2 years now. I've been on a plant-based diet, eating raw vegetables, but things still didn't go well on my tumors. It kept at the beginning it shrank because it's kind of lucky for me in a way. I can feel it it's right under my skin, so I could feel the tumor is big or small. And at the beginning, about the first 2 months, I had greens only. I felt it was getting smaller. But then after that, I couldn't handle eating just greens juice anymore because I still worked and I had a full-time job and all that. So I didn't have enough energy to keep up with my normal life. So I was looking for something more to add to my regular diet so that I have more energy to go work and do my thing. And I try flaxseed. I try to eat more cooked food like steamed vegetables. And I try cottage cheese with flaxseed. I came across that it's supposed to help, but it didn't. I ate a lot of different things to try to add more energy and more protein and more carbs, but nothing worked for me though. This is just my personal experiment and what I went through. But yeah, it didn't work for me. It worked for many other people, but then I tried it didn't work for me. And then until later on, after about a year, like 18 months or so, this start to grow. And I was like, how come it's growing bigger and bigger and bigger? And then later on, I realized I become more stressed, anxious. It's my mental getting weaker. At the beginning, I was very strong and all that. So for me, I was like, okay, this is easy. I can do this. But after a while, it just drained me, and I couldn't go on, and I was struggling big time, and then emotionally and mentally, got me really good. And it's very hard though, because I cannot share. I don't want to share with my family too much, because they believe in different ways. So it's just me keeping it to myself and do it on my own, because basically I'm alone on this journey though. They don't support me, and I understand, because they fear for my life, and they love me so much. They just want me to cut it out, and they think cutting it out is good. But I understand that. I understand, and that's fine. So I do everything on my own, and I don't tell or share much with them. And emotionally and mentally though, I fought with it for a long time, because like here I'm sick. I'm supposed to receive like people are supposed to like pick me up mentally. Not here. Instead of that, I have to calm everybody around me down. I have to like make them feel I'm okay, instead of they making me feel that I'm okay. So
I know what you mean.
like now I'm here. I have to make all my friends and family, feel at ease that I'm okay. Don't worry about it. So that's why I don't share much with anybody, and after a while I read a lot of books, and so that I can heal myself mentally and emotionally. I know that was my problems. At the beginning, I thought I never had that. I thought I was fine. I thought I was a happy person. I lived my life like the way I wanted. I thought I was pretty okay, pretty good. Not until now I found out, wow, I have a lot to improve on myself mentally and emotionally, like a lot. So I spent almost the last whole year working on it, and now I finally feel more confident in this healing journey, because now that I'm on grapes diet, I have changed my diet. Now I'm eating only grapes and water. And it's been about 3 weeks now since I'm eating just grapes, and I feel like it's not as swollen as it used to be. And I think it's not through the whole experience that I've been doing. I find that it's because it's not what I ate, but yes, it is what I ate.
Yeah, absolutely. I know what you mean.
But then I am I think that it's only 40% of my healing is what I consume. The 60% is like exercise, sun bath and detoxing and being happy mentally and emotionally happy. And I think mentally and emotionally is like taking the big role in healing. Now I haven't changed much in my diet, but I feel the symptom is gone a lot better, and my body, I feel more energetic. I'm surprised. Eating grapes only, I feel more energetic. At one point, I lost so much weight by eating just the green juices. I was 74 pounds. And I didn't want to see or go out and meet anybody because when they saw me, was so skinny, and they got freaked out. And so is my family too. So I didn't let anybody see me when I was extremely skinny, but I felt okay though. See, a lot of us, when a person being so skinny, we worry for them. Are they healthy? Are they okay? But then I know in my mind, I know that I was okay. I feel fine. I look skinny. I look like a skeleton, but I know that I feel fine. I am okay. Don't worry about me. But instead of like, I have to like calm the people around me down, I just avoid everybody. So I don't have to explain it. But I don't feel sick. I feel pretty normal. If I eat, I would be like just anybody. I don't feel like anything bad. It's just because I don't eat so much food, then I don't go running like crazy like a lot of people. But yeah, it's hard though. Yeah, and then after that, I ate a lot of sweet potatoes to gain some weight. I did gain back some weight. And now I'm okay by eating just grapes only, and I don't lose any more pounds. And I'm so surprised. I thought that I would lose a lot of. I was so worried I would lose my weight back.
Yeah.
But I am so impressed and amazed how grapes really works well.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty. I'm pretty happy right now. So I'm supposed to be on grapes for 2 months, and we see what happens.
Okay.
3 weeks in. Yeah.
Beautiful. So, so how the thing is too, we spoke about it before, where obviously, like you said, the thing is with the way that when you're diagnosed, people put everything, which in a way it's not good for them either, but people put the pressure on doctors and they think you must do only that. Now, I do always say to people, please use whatever you decide on. If you're going to do holistic, you still need Western medicine. And what I mean by that is holistic is not going to give you a test. Holistic is not going to give you your blood test. Holistic is not going to give you your scans. Holistic is not going to do what needs to be done. So I always say to people, when you do things where you take on, like in your case, in my case, where you take on a decision to go down a path, it is hard. It is hard for people to understand, because the thing is, what people should understand is you make the final decision. That was one thing my husband would always say to me, Grace, if today you're doing holistic and tomorrow you're doing chemo, that's your decision. And I will back you up 100%, no matter what. And even though, you know what I mean, is in the sense, it doesn't matter. You're the one who makes the final decision. And what people need to realize around us, or around yourself, around me, around others, is don't feel guilty, because you're a grown woman. You make decisions. If it goes well, great. If it doesn't go well, great. Because when I say that, great, for the other person, don't take that luggage. Don't take someone else's luggage because it doesn't sit with you. It doesn't sit with your morals. You know what I mean? It's quite interesting because
Yeah. It's at the beginning, my doctor wanted me to have surgery and chemo and radiation and 10 years homotherapy. That's his my first oncologist suggestion. And then I told him what I wanted. I share with him. And I know that he probably, because I read online that like a lot of people like don't really agree with the patient. So I try to be like talk him into it, you know, to like monitor me. But I needed an oncologist who approved or who would be willing to treat me the way I wanted it. I just want to be monitored, and I do my own thing at home. And after a while, it didn't work out well with him. So I changed doctor. I changed different oncologist, and I'm pretty lucky. I found this new doctor, and she's really good. She been very patient with me. I've been buying time because my tumors keep on growing bigger and bigger, and so she kept telling me that before it's too late, you got to get going and do something about it. And she kept telling me my way is not working. I have to change because it keep growing. After 2 years, still grew, and but I believe in it so much that I say no, this has to work. There's something that I am not doing it right, and so it's in my head. It's my emotion and my mental health is the issues. So yeah, I can say that I'm pretty happy. I worked it out with my doctor in a way, and so now here I am. She still pushed me for it though. But yeah, she still pushed me for it, but I'm not going to do it because I'm pretty excited right now. I'm on a new diet with the grapes, and it seems to work. So we'll see.
Well, yeah, that's exactly right, because that's what I'm saying, because it is hard for a doctor, because unless you get a doctor who's willing to take on the role of looking at it from both ends, they are, at the end of the day, they've like have an agreement with themselves and with the practice to go this way. And obviously the thing is too with doctors, where people really need to give them a little bit of a rope, because if a doctor does say to you, oh yeah, you know what, don't do chemo, and yeah, just do the soup diet, Grace, or whatever it is, and something goes wrong, then they can become liable. So what they do is they can't really say it to you. Like a doctor can't really say so much, because depending on your doctor, the more they say, the more they become liable. And then you can end up suing them. The family can end up suing them. So when you try and get them to understand, and I know what you mean, because the thing is, I did other stuff, and then I decided. I didn't decide in the beginning. I decided later on. So what I'm trying to say to people like yourself, your path will take you, and there's no right or wrong. I was like, this doesn't work, next. This doesn't work, next. This doesn't work, next. There is no such thing as a one direction. But I do agree strongly with you. The mindset is the most, if not the mind and the heart. Because what happens, and I say it all the time, is because if you don't work the mind and the soul and the heart together, guess what's going to override this brain? Your stomach. Because your stomach is also a brain, and that's where it holds all the emotions that we've suppressed. We've suppressed them for so long. What you got to do is you got to bring it up. Don't judge it. Look at it. Let it go. And I really like the way that you said that the mental and emotional. Yes, you did the vitamin D, obviously, sunbathing, got vitamin D, the detox, of course. But you know what I mean? So I really like the way you say that, because this is your journey. This is your hero's journey. And so do you do anything else? Do you like meditate? Do you
Yes, yes.
yoga?
I do yoga every day. I do yoga, and I'm pretty good at it too. Now that when I don't do when I don't do it, I feel very like weak and tired. So every morning I do yoga and exercise. Yeah, and then I do sauna.
Mm-hmm.
I also do sauna, and I also do sun bath, and I do a lot of meditating throughout the whole day.
Mm.
Up, I do meditating whenever I remember it. I always try to remember to meditate, even when I do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I meditate, and I even
That's,
when I cook, I clean, I do anything. I try to live in the moment, be like calm and meditate.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's like extremely. And I read a lot of books about it, and I listen to I'm Buddhist, and so I listen to the monk. And I have my master. I have a master. He pretty popular too. He taught me, and so I listened to his lecture almost every day. At the beginning, I don't listen to him a lot now anymore. That I find myself like I'm more like released and I'm more at ease. But like a year and a half ago, like about like it's a while back, I listened to him every day because my mind was out of whack. I mean, as time goes on, I got stressed, frustrated, anxiety, all these things. I never had it before. It started to come down on me because, like, why am I not healed yet? I was so anxious. I said, I've been eating so good. I mean, why is this not working? And so the stress and the anxiety, and I had to quit my job. I mean, not quit. I have to take a family leave. And so I have to take time off from work because I have to focus on myself.
Absolutely.
And now that I'm not working and I have a job, and then I have to take care of my son and bills and everything. So that stress starts to pour, and so here I am having this, and I'm not reducing my stresses, but I am having more. So it's not going to work. There's no way I can heal with my mind like that.
Exactly.
And at the beginning, I thought I was a very positive person. I'm a happy person. I never have to worry about me healing that. But I'm doing that. Okay. Yeah. So every time it works very hard for me. When I discipline myself on a diet, it's hard, but it's doable for me. When I discipline myself on meditating, that is so hard. This is just me only, and I'm talking about myself.
Yeah.
And of course, everything is a disclaimer. This is just the way that I did and what worked for me. I listen to my master almost every day, and I focus so much. Before it took me over a year for me to finally feel that, okay, I achieved a little bit of meditation, true meditation, but I'm not still very successful at it. But I mean, I try to meditate throughout the day, and I feel more relaxed. Like every time when I remember I need to relax, I drop everything in my head and I relax.
Mm.
And so I think that is one of the main reasons why the tumor is start to work now, because my mind, I'm pretty uplifted lately, and I feel like I take a lot of things easy. I have been fixing myself emotionally and mentally, and the way I look at things, judgmental. I used to be so, like judgmental, and now I stop. And when I hear people say that, I'm not happy about it. I don't want to hear it. And I mean, so much negative thought. When I have negative thought, I stop it right away. I acknowledge it come up in my mind, but then I let it go. Instead of suppressing it, I let it arise and realize it, reflecting on myself, and I let it go. So that's how I fix myself.
Yeah, beautiful.
I don't try to forget things. I try to let it come up, and then know that it's not a good thing. And so, okay, fine, it's not good.
It's like saying, you know what, I've got nothing to lose and I've got everything to gain. So what you do is you go, I don't need that. I don't need that. And you start detoxing, and I wish in life you're able to detox earlier before you get to this part. But it's because we haven't detoxed a lot of this, the mind, like I said, because we're trained as kids. We're trained, like what I know now, if I had known it when I was younger, a lot of things would be just passing by, not caring. Not that you don't care, but you don't hold on to it, and like in Buddhism, it's suffering when you hold on to stuff. That's suffering, right? So, you just let it go. You let it, but as adults, I need this. I have to hold on to this. This is precious. I need this love. I need this thing. And, and I know you said, we said you're a single mom. You don't really get the support, but have you looked out? Have you gone out there? Is there anyone out there that you can recommend for a support? If you've, whether it's a group, whether it's a Facebook group, whatever it is that you think, that's a great support mechanism. When you don't actually have the people around you, it's like you said, it's not that they're supporting you because they don't love you. It's because they're scared. They're afraid.
Yes. I know my family loves me to death, and they are my backbone. They are my everything, but because they're afraid of my life, and they even say that my life is not mine alone. Yeah, and I understand how much they love me. So instead of here now that, try to convince them. At the beginning, I try to convince them to let me do. And then, so when they disagree, so I got mad, angry, resentful, and then things turned chaotic in my mind. It took me a long time to overcome that and to fix myself. And it's kind of weird to say this, but I don't hate cancer. I am kind of happy in a way that it happened to me, because I changed. Just I know myself.
Absolutely.
And I'm before, like when I divorced 11, 12 years now. So when I divorced, I lived my life like I got my freedom back. I'm a single person now. I lived my life. I was so happy. I went out with my friends and I was like enjoying life. Never that I thought I have so much to fix and improve on myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
It does. It's really, My son is a teenager right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's 16. He's going to be 17 this year.
Mm.
And with my old personality, it's gonna be tough for the both of us. But I'm so glad that cancer just came, and now that I'm a new person, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like I have a lot.
Mm. Yeah.
I have been improving on myself a lot, and I feel like it's worth it. It's worth it. But I'm just anxious to get rid of it. It's this journey hasn't been easy.
No,
It's
of course.
very difficult for me personally. If I was struggling, but I'm glad it happened, and I'm excited for the new chapter of my life.
Mm. If you could go back in time and think of something that you wish you knew before, do you know what that would have been? Like, not that you go, oh, I'm angry about that, but if there was something that you knew about it in your early stages of being diagnosed, if there was something you knew back then that you know now, is there anything that you can think of that you thought, oh, if I only knew that then, oh yeah, it would have been a bit different?
I think it's the expectation of the healing time, the
Okay, yeah.
duration.
Mm-hmm.
I yeah, I was thinking this is doable in like 2 months, 3 months.
Mm.
And so when I do it, I was so anxious and to like count every day, every hour for the day to go by. Is it past a month yet, 2 months yet? So I think that's another thing, that when you are anxious, your mind is not relaxing.
Absolutely.
And so just, and I'm still practicing it now, though. It's not that I'm a master at it or anything like that. I'm still working very hard to improve on meditating and relaxing my mind and all that. But I'm a lot better now than I was before. Like before, I can't even meditate for 5 minutes. But now, I mean, at least I'm a lot better now than I was before.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's learning. It's all learning. There's no
Learning.
such thing as right or wrong.
Meditation is like, before I didn't know. I thought meditation is like, you have to shut everything, be in a quiet space of yourself or your own. But now that I learned that you can meditate when laying down, sitting, doing things, cooking, eating. I mean, there is a set of books that I bought from the internet. I learned how to eat, how to love, how to talk, how to walk. You meditate while you're doing all of that.
Beautiful.
And so it's even when you eat, and I mean, I'm still practicing it too, though. When I eat so fast, then I remember, okay, I need to slow down, and I need to know that I'm eating, be aware of what I'm doing, instead of my mind is going wild everywhere. And actually, it's helped with my sleeping too. At some point, I couldn't even sleep. I couldn't sleep. My anxiety is over the roof. I couldn't sleep. And but meditating also helped me fall asleep a lot faster. Like about a year in, I couldn't sleep at all. I up all night long, maybe like 2 or 3 hours, man. And then the more I lose sleep, the more stress I got, because I'm like, how am I gonna heal if I can't sleep? There's no way I can heal. And so I learned meditation, and it's helped me sleep. And like before when I lay down, it's really helped. It relax. But on those days that I don't touch my phone, I put the electronic stuff away. It's really helped my mind too. I noticed that.
There you go. So that's great to know as well.
Anxiety is driving me crazy, and even to today, I still anxious about when is
Yes.
it gonna be gone? When is it going to be gone? I am now that I feel, ever since I eat grapes, I feel a lot more energetic now than I was
Yeah.
before. I feel like I'm getting my life back.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm pretty happy and excited about it.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel pretty normal. I feel fine.
Um, so what do you think is the common reason why people find it hard? Um, either find it hard to tell family that they have breast cancer or any cancer, or that the family member finds it hard to accept that you have cancer. What do you think the common reason is?
For me, uh, for me personally, because I didn't want to, at the beginning, when I found out, I didn't want to tell my family because I don't want to scare them.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, I was realized that I was sad. At the beginning, I say I'm strong. I can do this on my own, and I don't want to scare my family. And I kept it to myself. But then I was sad, and so I said, okay, I need to tell my family. I share with my friends. My friends, I'm very fortunate. I'm very super blessed. I have a very good group of friends. They have been very supportive of me, and so, but my family is different. They love me so much that I try to tell them that they need to respect my choices, even though they think it's not the right choice, but it's my choice. They probably still don't agree with that, but they cannot do anything with it. I mean, so yeah, it's at the beginning I was worried for them.
Yeah.
Later on, I don't talk to them anymore because now it's different. They worry for me so much to the point that it's stressing me out. They give me a lot of pressure, and to the point where I don't want to have them ask me, how am I doing? How are you anymore? Because I have no good news for you. Tumor is still growing. You don't want to hear it. I don't have good news. I don't have any good to tell you. So don't ask me anything if you don't want to hear the truth. Because when I tell you the truth, tumor is growing. There is no good progress. You mad. You angry at me. So I don't want to tell you. You know. So that's the, for me, that's the reason why I don't want to share with my family. But I mean, I'm very happy that I know my family is my backbone. If I ever need anything, I ever need help, I ever need anything at all, they will be there for me.
Beautiful.
So
yeah.
So it's kind of a good thing for me mentally, like every day, even though I'm not happy with the thing that happened to me. I mean, I'm not happy with whatever happened on a daily basis. When I first found out, I was panicked, devastated. But at the same time, I feel blessed and lucky and very grateful that I have a great family, and it's really helped me. I never have to. In the back of my mind, I know if anything happened, they will get me back. There.
Yeah.
It's just a very release thing in my mind too. I know they will take care of my son for me. I know they're gonna do whatever they can for me, and I know
absolutely. Yeah.
So it's just a greatest blessing for me.
And on that, what would be an advice you would give someone who's either going through breast cancer themselves or a family member of someone who's going through breast cancer? What advice would you give them?
For a family member, I would actually say that we all love our family. We love them
Mm.
so much that we can't even express ourselves in words. But we have to carefully love them the way they want it to be loved, not the way we want to be loved.
Mm.
Because it's love after all, but don't make them feel that they are a victim of love.
Mm. That's
Because
so
sometimes I
profound.
feel like it's a blessing to be loved, or
Mm-hmm.
you love me so much that you controlling me, you suffocating me. So love, there's many different ways of loving.
Mm.
Make sure you love them, but don't suffocate them.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
To be honest, um, my family thinks that I'm crazy, or my friend thinks I'm crazy. The reason I go on holistic path mainly because I took it upon myself as a challenge, and I want to see if I can use myself as an experiment and I succeed. I can spread the word, and I mean, disclaimer, not that I know anything or at all, but I can share and
Your
spread the word,
story. Absolutely.
what I've been through. And if other people want it this way, believe it, it works. And that's my main goal. Because, I mean, for me, like you say, I wasn't afraid of dying or anything. I think I had a great life already. I'm very blessed to be here living in America. It's already a blessed thing for me. So I'm pretty, I mean, I'm not afraid of dying. My life is so much more blessed than a lot of people already. So, but then I wanted to do more than just, at the point, I just want to do more, and I want to do this holistic thing so that I hope that I can help anybody, not just healing cancer, but now that I feel like I can, through the research, I learned how to help people with diabetes, high cholesterol, all that. Like a lot of my friends, a few of my friends have those issues, and I say, okay, you can eat this, you can eat this, you can eat this, and it works for them. They are so, there's no way these vegetables can harm you. It can only help you, not harm you. So, I mean, these are the things that are going to help you for certain things that you have in your body. And so I feel like I'm very excited if I could help anybody at all, even just one person. And at the beginning, that was my main purpose, why I chose holistically, because I'm not afraid of chemo or radiation or anything. But I had friends that died from cancer, from the chemo killed them before cancer killed them.
Yeah.
And I want to do this so that give people more options. You don't have to do it that way. There are other options than just one option.
Correct.
And especially for those people that in Asia, in the third world country, they don't have money, or they don't have health insurance to pay for doctor bill. They could heal it holistically. Like, I don't have money to go see holistic doctor, because I call up one doctor and they say, okay, $850 for the first visit.
Wow.
Just go in there and sit and to tell them what's going on
to
with
talk.
me.
Wow. Crazy. I'm in the wrong industry.
Okay. I was like, okay, thank you, but no
Mm.
thanks. I cannot afford that.
No,
And
no.
so that gives me, and with the research on the internet, there are so many things. At the beginning, I was so lost that I read so much days and night, and there are so many things that you have to pay to read some more.
Mm.
So then the more I go into it, the more I'm more anxious and excited that I got to nail this. And I want to like spread the word and give the information for free. That is like more add on to the motivation
Mm.
for me to heal holistically, because I
Beautiful.
want to be successful at this journey so that I can spread the word and give the information out at zero cost to anybody. And
Beautiful.
especially, it's mentally healing is so important that I didn't realize it before. I mean, healing mentally is so much more important than just healing my cancer. That now that I realize that, I
Yeah.
didn't know it before.
Yeah.
And I mean, how happy before cancer, I thought I was content.
Mm.
I thought I was very content. I could just die tomorrow and with a smile on my face,
Yeah.
because I feel like I had enough. I
Mm.
was content. Okay, I mean, I'm not rich, I'm not whatever, but
Mm.
I'm content with what I had. Um, Not until after cancer, now that I feel like, okay. I didn't know
How
myself.
crazy.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
yeah.
Well, your story has been inspiring. It's just so great to see your journey. I really love hearing about it. I can't wait to hear more. I will definitely stay in contact, because I'd love to share more about your journey as we go on, and what you've done. And I really believe that, if you really are determined, you will get to where you need to be. You know what I mean? No matter what the end result is, And I always say to people, no matter what the end result is, as long as you can say, I'm good, I'm good. You know what I mean? But I wish you all the best. I love hearing about you. I thank you for joining me on this podcast today. Is there anything you want to say just before we wrap up?
Yeah, actually, just want to say one last thing.
Mm.
Mm, the tumors, there are more tumors pop up in my breast, and I went for all the biopsy as well,
Mm.
and it's confirmed cancer as well, all the tumors. Right now, the last time I had an ultrasound in end of December, it was 8 centimeter. That is grow from 1 to 8, so it's
Mm-hmm.
pretty big now. What I wanted to tell people is that don't be afraid. Don't let it scare you. If you're going through on Joe's holistic way, then believe it. Um, Calm yourself and stay patient. Patient is what I have been trying very hard to learn, and I'm still not yet good at it. Patience is the key.
Mm.
And yeah, just don't let it change. Don't let the growing part scare you.
Mm-hmm.
It will turn around. Just believe in it. I believe in it, and it turn around. I mean, it keep growing and growing and growing, and I stay calm, and it's turning around right now.
Mm. Beautiful. Well, I wish you all the best on your journey. And like I said, I can't wait for us to continue chatting and knowing more about your journey going forward. So
Thank you for having me.
thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you for doing all this and spreading the word, because like for me, I love listen to these channels, and all the people on Facebook and all the interviews, because the more I watch the videos and real life people, it gives me more hope, more reassurance, more confidence,
Beautiful.
and I believe in it. So thank you so much for doing this. and spread the words, and give hope to other people. Really appreciate your work, and keep it up, and I will be following you.
And I'll be following you. Thanks again, Loi. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you, Grace.
Thank you.